Hey guys, so here for number 40, we're going to simplify, and if it's not a real number, we're going to say so. So let's go ahead and first break down what a radicand is and take a look at the components of it, and then let's go ahead and move on to the specific question. Feel free to skip ahead if you already know the components of a radical. So here we have the basic format of a radical, and here we have the index, and here we have the radicand. So for this example, the index is 3 and the radicand is negative 27. So the index can either be even or odd, and the radicand can be positive or negative. When the radicand is negative and the index is even, the answer is going to be imaginary. Imaginary just means that the answer is not real. In this case, our radicand is negative 27, which is therefore negative, and our index is 3, which is therefore odd. So our answer is going to be a real number. So because we have the third root of negative 27, we're looking for groups of 3 factors of negative 27. So we're going to go ahead and break down 27. First, we're going to break it down into negative 1 and 27. And then the 27 we can break down further. You can break it down into any factors you'd like. I would recommend using what's called prime factorization, which is when you grab the smallest number that you can factor out of here and keep factoring as much as you can with that number. So for example, 3 is the smallest factor of 27, so I'm going to separate 27 into 3 and the other factor, which is 9. And then I'm going to keep going as much as I can with that number. So the 9 also has the smallest factor of 3, so I'm going to divide the 9 into 3 and write the other factor here, which is also 3. So I'm going to rewrite the radical, but I'm only going to write the factors that I broke it down into. So I broke it down into negative 1, 3, and 3, and 3. Looks like we have a group of 3 threes. So I'm going to go ahead and pull out that group of 3s, leaving me with just the third root of negative 1. Now the third root of negative 1 is just negative 1, because negative 1 can be factored into negative 1 times negative 1 times negative 1, which is also another group of 3s. And then 3 times negative 1 is just negative 3, so my answer is just negative 3.